It's Sophie here and welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to the beauty salon. I haven't been able to go properly to have my eyebrows, my nails and things like that done for the last few months, and I've really missed it. This time I'm having my eyelashes done as well, so I'm having lash extensions done for the first time. So that's going to be interesting. Not keen on people being near my eyes, so I'm not sure how I'm going to be for an hour with somebody poking at my eyes with tweezers. So really I should be getting out of bed. I need to wash my hair before I go to the salon because I can't get my eyelashes or my eyebrows wet for 24 hours afterwards. So I will keep you updated with my progress. I'll let you know as soon as I've had it all done, especially the lashes, because I think a lot of you maybe have, same as me, thought about having them done in the past and possibly haven't. So I'll show you them as soon as they're done and we're ready. So I just arrived at the salon. I'm just sat in the car at the moment waiting to go in for my appointment. I actually can't film whilst I'm in there, so I'm going to leave you guys out here and I will let you have a seat as soon as I'm done. Hi guys, so I am home finally. I'm making myself a hot water bottle because it's absolutely freezing here today. I'm also going to make a cup of tea and get all snuggled up. My eyebrows are looking very fresh, as you can see. I had them waxed and tinted, so I'm very happy with them. I haven't had anything done to them for like months and months and months and months. What's that doing? So it was very nice to have them done. I also obviously got my nails done. I just went for this nice grey. You can see that. And then a glitter. So that was quite nice. And of course my lashes. As you can see there. My lashes kind of look like I've got like one of them filters you get from Snapchat on my eyes. But I haven't. Look, if you do this, they're still there. And also, if I was going to do a filter, I'd get rid of the red from the mask that's been created on my nose. But yeah, as far as now, I really quite like the lashes. Feels weird that they're there and I haven't had to put like any mascara or any makeup or anything on them. I'm going to leave them for a few hours, see how they are in a few hours time. They're not irritating at the moment, but we'll see what they're like. So having my eyebrows done, they haven't been waxed, tinted, shaped, professionally touched since March this year. So that's a very, very long time. So I had been literally just like trying to hold off, not do anything with them, take little bits off here and there. But I have quite bushy eyebrows. I've got quite, they grow really fast. They're quite thick. They're quite bushy. And so for me, this is, it's important to have them done and get them done regularly because I like them to be, just a nice, quite nice shape. Like I said, obviously before, I think with me doing stuff to them over these last 6-7 months, I probably ruined the shape that we created with my old, the woman that used to do them for me. But today when she did them, she was very good. So these are the eyebrows. Looking at them now, I'm actually really happy with the colour as well. I think sometimes if you have them too dark, they stand out of your face. And that can make them look really, really unnatural. But no, I'm really, really happy with how they came out. So I had my nails done by a different woman. She actually did my nails and my lashes, and my nails were done in a separate room. I've had shellac nails done, and there was loads of colours to choose from. The thing I love about shellac is the fact that they stay on for such a long time. Like, I take care of mine, so they tend to stay on for about 3 weeks, and they just make, like, I feel like they just make us feel more put together, more done, more finished and clean. My nails aren't the longest at the moment. Again, I haven't had them done. I think maybe I had them done once throughout the whole of lockdown, but I haven't had them done like every 3 weeks as I normally would. And so I've turned to obviously painting them myself and filing them down myself. And so when I've actually had them done today, they're not as long. So they're not as long as what they normally would be. So they're only really, really short. Can you see? And I went for like this grey colour, which is really, really nice. It's kind of like a grey blue. And then also I had the glitter. I tend to, obviously when I have it done, I tend to just get a glitter on one finger, either this one or my pointer. When I get glitter, sometimes depending on the colour I have, I just have the speckle at the bottom and then have it blended up, which I feel works fine on the point finger. Glitter like this one, like a full glitter finger, I've tend to found in the past that if there's full glitter on the point finger, it comes off faster than the rest of them, which obviously is not something I wanted. I wanted them to obviously last as long as possible. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with my eyebrows and my nails. The last thing to talk about then would be my eyelashes. So I've had eyelash extensions done today. Never had eyelash extensions done before. This is the first time that I've had them done. So I've had friends that have had them done and they've kind of given me like a rough overview of what it was like for them and kind of what to expect. So the first thing to comment on, the beautician asked me what kind of style I wanted, which I thought was an absolutely perfect question. So I had been looking at different styles of lash extensions before I went to have them done. So you can obviously get your classics, your dramatic. I opted for a natural look with slightly longer length than my normal lashes. So let me just show you them now. In terms of having them actually done, the most awkward part to have done was literally the first bit. You lay flat on the bed and then you have to open your eyes. So she sits behind you. You have to open your eyes as wide as you can and like look at her. So it kind of feels like your eyes are like rolling back into your head. It's kind of that, really, really awkward position and awkward feeling in the eye that, when you overlook to like, say like I was trying to look over there, you overlooking and you kind of get that like straining kind of feeling. So that's what it was like when I was looking back at her. It was kind of like a straining. And she asked us to do this because she gets like it's like a sticky pad and she places it on your under eye, and she uses this to catch your bottom lashes. So it kind of like pulls your bottom lashes down like this and tapes them. So your eye ends up kind of squashed in while she's doing it, but as soon as like it's on, it is on. It feels a little bit weird, it's a bit warm, you can feel the gel, so it's a little bit of a strange kind of sensation. My main worry was that when she actually was putting the lashes onto my eyes, that I would start flinching, I would start twitching, I would start opening my eyes, I would start freaking out. I had all these things going through my head, and I didn't want to obviously it to take longer than it needed to take because I was being awkward, essentially. All of that was absolutely fine. I didn't need to be worried because to actually put them onto my eyes, she had to rest her hand on my head. So I knew when the lash was coming because the hand would go down first. So it was like a precursor to a lash going in, which was really nice for somebody like me that thought, I'm going to twitch every time she tries to touch my eye. So it really, really did prepare me for that lash going in. So I was very grateful for that. A few things that Potentially, obviously, if you're planning on having this done, a few things that maybe to think about: laying on the salon bed to have your eyebrows done, for instance. Eyebrows don't take that long, maybe 10 minutes. You don't get in a position on the bed where you're uncomfortable. It just doesn't happen. By the time you may be thinking, oh, I'm laid in the one position, you're done and you get off and you move away. With having the lashes done, I found that I was laid in one solid position. Well, I was there in total for an hour and 10 minutes, which is a long time to be laid in a solid position. I got on the back of my head, right in the centre of the back of my head that was on the bed, I got one of those, like, do you know, like a pressure pain? So I was being really, really conscious to keep my head in a set position. After I'd been there for about half an hour, that's when it started. And I just every 5 minutes adjusted my head just slightly, just to take it off of that centre point. Another thing from laying in the solid one position, I got pins and needles in my hands. I think that's just a me thing. I don't know if that's an everybody thing. I don't think that's a general rule that happens every time you go and get your lashes done or that you're laid on a bed. Every 10 minutes or so, I thought she was done. And I think that was wishful thinking, because although it wasn't painful to have it done, she would work on one eye. So she'd do lashes on one eye, like a few. Then she'd go to the other eye and she'd do some. Then she'd go back to the other eye and do some. And because she was obviously flicking back and forth, she's obviously doing it to make sure she was getting it even, but because she was flicking back and forth, each time she went from one to the other, I thought, this must be the end. She's obviously doing her finishing touches and this is it. This is finished. It wasn't. So, but again, I think that's a me thing. I think I was just like, I don't want to be laid here for an hour and 10 minutes. I want them done, but I don't want to be laid here for an hour and 10 minutes. Depending on how long they last will depend on if it's something I have done again. Because to lay for an hour and 10 minutes, to have the pins and needles, to have the pressure pain on the back of the head, and obviously the cost of it, if they were only to last a week, I don't know if that is something that is really worthwhile. I enjoyed having them done, and I think they look really, really nice in terms of they look like I've got mascara on and I haven't. So it's something where basically you can just wake up and you're done, you're ready to go. You don't need to worry about it, like it's just simple. But for that simplicity of getting up out of bed and saving yourself 2 minutes in a morning, putting your mascara on, is it really worth it in the long term? The actual application of them felt a little bit strange. I'm not gonna lie, it did feel weird. I thought it was gonna hurt. To start with, they were so close to the lash line when she was applying them, I felt like they were. They aren't irritating at all. I can't even feel that they're there. When I was having them done, when she was doing one eye, she would do obviously quite a few in one eye. The most irritating part to have done was the outer corners of my eye. Thought it would be the inner corners, I really did. I thought because obviously that is a more sensitive part of the eye is the inner corner. I thought when she's putting tweezers there, if I'm going to twitch, that'll be the most twitchy part. That'll be the bit that waters, and that'll be the bit that's the most irritated once I've got them on. It wasn't. That was probably the easiest bit to have done. The centre bit, that was, it was normal. It got more irritating as obviously she was putting the last ones in, because she was having to run the tweezer along and kind of find the gap as to where there wasn't one, or where it looked weird, and it needed a bit of extra filling. But the outside, I'm not really sure why, because she didn't apply them any differently from what I could feel. They just felt more irritated. I don't know if that's maybe because there's more there. Maybe she's put, you know, a bigger concentration of them here. And they are longer. She's obviously tapered them round so that I've obviously got the fanned look outwards. So maybe that's why. I'm not sure. They aren't irritated now. They don't feel irritated now. But obviously it's something to bear in mind. Hi guys, so it is around 10 p.m. On the day that I had my lashes done. I just wanted to give you a quick update. I have used the little spoolie that she gave me at the salon to basically just kind of brush them out and keep them clean and keep them from sticking. One thing I will say is that I've already lost one lash from this side, and I've got another one that's feeling a little bit loose from that side. There's a slight bit of irritation on the outer corner of my left eye, but apart from that, not much. They are still obviously looking as full as when I got them, because I only got them earlier today. I have kind of noticed throughout the day that these ones seem to be a little bit more full than these, which might be why they're irritating me a little bit more on that outer corner, because they seem to droop down a little bit. But I haven't slept on them yet, so we'll see what happens tomorrow and if I lose any more going forwards. Good morning guys. So I've just woken up, first night of sleeping with my lashes on. In all honesty, it's a little bit uncomfortable. It's weird. I've got like both eyes are like completely different. Like this eye, I can't even feel that they're on there. It was a bit uncomfortable to start with, to figure out a nice sleeping position. Obviously they say to sleep on your back as much as you can, but once you're actually asleep, it's difficult to stay in that position, because I like to kind of turn over and switch positions quite a lot. I've noticed that this eye in the corner, they seem to be drooping quite a lot. I don't know if you can see that. And that's causing quite a lot of irritation in that eye, which is causing it to weep. It's weeping right now actually. It was really bloodshot last night, you can see in there. So I think those ones have been put on a little bit lower, which is just, yeah, causing them to be a bit irritated. So it might be a case I have to go back to the salon today and see if there's anything she can do, because I can't put up with that for 3 weeks. Okay, so it has been about 3 weeks since I had my lashes done. I now have my own lashes back. The lash extensions are no more. I think really they would have lasted up until this point. I think there's maybe one left that's hanging on for dear life. In all honesty though, after about a week, I was done with them. I'd had enough. They were really uncomfortable. That irritation that I had in the left eye, it just never really subsided. It was just constant. After maybe about 3 or 4 days, I got used to this, how I had to sleep with them. I did then at that point discover another problem with them in terms of sleep, and that was just the fact that you can't rub your eyes when you have them on, which is a very natural thing to want to do. I constantly found myself going to rub my eyes and then stopping myself. And when you wake up in the morning and you've got potentially maybe a little bit of sleep, or where your eyes have watered throughout the night, it kind of intertwines with the false eyelashes and it makes them just feel a little bit gross, which is where obviously the cleaning comes in with the spoolie. The woman told me at the salon that I just needed to use that on its own. I actually started using it with some just some micellar water, just to brush it through, just to make them feel a little bit cleaner and nicer. They did last quite well. They looked really nice. Everybody that I saw said that they looked really nice. Josh said that he really liked them. Not sure that I would get them done again. They're not something, so like my eyebrows and my nails are something that I will have done on a regular basis every 3 weeks. Having eyelash extensions is not something that I'm going to have done every 3 weeks. I think obviously at the moment we're in lockdown, it's not necessary anyway. So, because nobody's seen me about apart from Josh, and he's lucky if I'm not just wearing joggers all the time anyway. Personally, I couldn't have them done all the time. They would be far too irritating. I've noticed from having them done how much I actually touch my eyes and how much I rub my eyes. So that's taught me a lot about that. I would probably have them done, for instance, like just before Christmas, and have them on over the Christmas period and over the New Year period, because then you've not got to think about it. There's no reason you shouldn't go and get them if you really, you know, that's something you want to do. All I would say is just make sure you do your research, make sure you know which ones you want to go for, whether you're going to go for ones that are 3 weeks, whether you're going to go for ones that last just a week, the style you want, because again, they're on there for a decent amount of time. So that is quite a while to have one set style. It's not the most comfortable thing laying there. It takes a lot of time and it is quite expensive, especially if it's something you're going to commit to and have done every 3 weeks. That will build up, because that's not even like a monthly, let's take it out of your paycheck. It's every 3 weeks on the dot. And if it's something you commit to, you're going to want to have it done, because they'll start to fall out at 2 weeks, and then by 3 weeks you'll have none left. But yeah, I really did enjoy having them done. If they're going to last 3 weeks, not so much of a problem. I know that obviously I mentioned before, if they don't last very long, it's something you've got to take into consideration. To how they look, depending on when you have them done, I think the price that I paid for mine was probably reasonable enough, but not enough to have them done all the time, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I think so. But yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that it's given you some information about, you know, eyelash extensions, and it's filled you in on some of the blanks that maybe you're having, or some questions that you had in regards to going and getting them done yourself. If you have any further questions or anything that I've forgotten to mention in this video, I'm not sure if I've covered everything, then just stick those questions below and I will answer those for you the best that I can. And if you'd like to see any more videos like this, any more beauty videos, I'll obviously be going and getting my nails done again and my eyebrows. I may get my lash extensions done again in the future. If you would like to see me video those sorts of things and show you guys, that's something that I can ask and I can sort out. Equally, I'm going to go get my hair done. Fingers crossed if lockdown eases. If you'd like to see, you know, me to video that and vlog that through, then obviously let me know, and that's something I will do as well. So I will see you next time. Bye guys.